Hello everyone out there in NIC land. I hope this finds you happy, healthy, and hanging in there. Some updates for the week. In our Woodinville plant, for the ramp up of the respirator cart, we needed to add some additional lines, and the production validation builds were done, and 3 samples have been shipped off to Philips for the partially assembled versions, and then we still need to do the fully assembled versions as well. Also in Woodinville this week, there's an ISO audit taking place, and it's the first time that we are doing an ISO audit remotely. And the auditor said they might start doing it this way in the future as just a regular practice. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And they are literally taking iPads out to the floor and videoing people as they're being questions and things like that. So it should be pretty interesting to see what the outcome is and if that's a great way to do it. On the Midwest side of the business, we're starting to get a little bit more stability from PACCAR on what they need and their pulls, as well as they seem to be ramping up now and being more stable in their demand. So that's really encouraging. And we fully believe by June they should be back to the rates they were at before the shutdowns. So that's great news. And the other thing is we're starting to see the efficiencies return in the Midwest. And that's, of course, as PACCAR stabilizes, and also as we get used to the new way of doing business with all the social distancing and things like that. It's really good to see that happening. PACCAR did notify us that they're pushing out several of their major programs, around 3 months depending on the program. And this does impact us. It's things like the midlife update in Peterbilt, and the new medium duty program, which is the robotic cell in Chillicothe, for example, and as well as other parts. And this might influence our capital expenditure for this year, so we need to step back and look at when we need to bring equipment in and things like that in order to support these programs. So the team just found out this week, and we'll be going through that and determining the impact. There still are some new parts and programs implementing, and so you'll still continue to see that happen. It's just really the major programs seem to have needed to slip. On the Tennessee front, there were some issues with employment security with the unemployment claims because of the on and off, on a week, off a week program that we did. And I want to give a shout out to Susan because she really bird-dogged this and was able to find someone at the Employment Security Office that was willing to help us. And she was able to send them a kind of a mass update of everyone impacted. And we hope that that gets processed and taken care of for our employees. So good job on that, Susan, and sticking with it. On the Washington side, just a quick follow-up to the fraud I mentioned last week. There is a process called SAW that you can sign up for on the Employment Security website that will help prevent fraud from happening to you. Maybe a little late for some of us, but take a look at that if you're interested. So over the last few months, we really haven't been able to do our birthday celebrations. If you've had a birthday in the last 3 months and haven't got your t-shirt yet, see HR for that. But I just wanted to take a little quick minute here in this video and list the 127 people that have had birthdays since March, and by plant. And so here we go. The last thing I wanted to end with is a slideshow, and we have over 500 employees, and so this is just a few people from each plant. It's possible to get everyone, well, not impossible, but so enjoy just seeing some of our folks at work here in NIC. The slide you'll see of the managers all in little squares, that's from the Teams meetings we do, which is video conferencing. And that's been a big part of our ability to see each other and meet quote unquote in person, which has made a big difference on our business. So that's been a great thing to have. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys later, and have a good week.